What's up, you wrestling fanatics and friends? You're listening to the True Wrestling Podcast, episode 80-something. Today I talked to F&M wrestling coach Mike Rogers. Coach Rogers talks about everything from the lost year to COVID, to the recruitment of his son, to goals for the team this year. Thanks for tuning in. I'd like to thank my sponsor, Adidas Wrestling. You can find them at adidaswrestling.com. You can follow F&M Wrestling at FANDM Wrestling on Twitter. And you can follow me at True Wrestler 1. Here with Mike Rogers, Franklin and Marshall head coach. Here to talk about the season. Coach, thanks for taking the time to talk.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Hey, so we haven't talked in a little while. Maybe it was during freestyle season this summer, but just kind of recapping last year. You didn't have a season. Tell us a little bit what that was like mentally, just for you and the coaching staff to not have a season, which you've always had since you were starting wrestling when you were 4. I don't know. How old were you?
I didn't start wrestling until 9th grade. Yeah,
Ninth grade.
Yeah, so it was. But I grew up in Florida, so it was a little different. But yeah, it was weird not having a season, especially something you're used to doing for so long that it kind of is taken from you. You're kind of like, what do I do now with my time? And it was a lot of like, are we going to go, not go, start, stop. And then when season finally got pulled, officially, so I think us and the coaching staff are like, okay, what do we need to do? And I think the one thing that we've talked about, I hit the ground running. I took this job about 12 years ago, just trying to get it up and running and trying to change a lot of things. Never really took time to reevaluate what we've accomplished and where we want to go. And as a team, we've talked about a lot of things. So we got the ability to kind of sit down as a team, virtually and kind of talk about a lot of stuff, what we want to be known for as a team, our motto, and the guys did it. The seniors kind of pulled the team together. We came up with what we call the 3 C's, competitor, consistency, and chemistry. So that's kind of what we live by right now. And that was something where we sat down and talked about it as a team. And, the competitor is I'll compete without fear. The consistency, I am what I do every day. And the chemistry, I will stand by my brothers through adversity. So that's kind of what we've always said things like that, but never really put it on paper. So we spent a lot of time just getting some direction, I guess, for our program going forward and what we want to be known for here and also what we're looking for in recruits. So that was one thing that came out of it was a positive of just reevaluating yourself. And we're doing things differently, recruiting with fundraising. We modified our schedule a little bit. So it did give us some time to kind of sit down, evaluate, and kind of make some adjustments going forward, which you never do because you're just on the run, on the hustle, constantly. So, but it is good to be back in the room and wrestling and getting back to what you're here for,
Keep listening to the interview with Coach Rogers. Cruise on over to Rockfin on my channel, True Wrestling, and finish up.